The back end, you've got to be careful brushing it.
You know.
We're all scared of him. Yeah.
Really weak to scratches. Like if you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Go on, up and down. Okay. So you're not too headshot. A horse is the most honest animal in the world, right? It's if she took a hold of someone.
Yeah.
It's not like she hasn't told us. Eventually, a horse will do something, isn't it very nice? Right, so, if you step away then for a second. So what consequence was there for that? What consequence to her was there? She had a scratch.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's like rewarding, I guess.
So,
yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, you've got to remember the only way I can do anything here, I'm not going to firm up and whack a one, but I've got to dissuade her from a thought of being aggressive.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, I don't know how your other horse is going to be if I flap this flag.
Yeah, we've got mowers.
I
think he'll be alright.
Well, okay. So, I've got two things here. I've got a stick, a boinging stick, which I can tap the door with. There's got to be, and it has to be within 2 to 3 seconds.
Right,
It has, as there's no relevance.
Yeah.
It's the way a horse works. They see in pictures, they think in pictures. And so if it's like somebody, we see it quite a lot at the shows. A little kiddie's on a pony refuses or dumps the girl. Mum or dad goes out there and it's about 30 seconds and then they start sheriking the horse. No relevance. It has to be like a mother and a foal. It has to be within 2 to 3 seconds, else the dots are not joined. Do you accept what I'm saying there? It's got to be in the moment to have any relevance. So you've got to be, if you miss it if 3 seconds are gone, you're wasting time.
Video's about to start now, guys. I've got to tell you, I was very, very, very concerned. We were called in, a lovely place we went to, guys. It's a trekking centre. But what worried me more than anything, there's a lot of children around, and I think that's why. I mean, it takes a lot for experienced people that run a trekking centre to call me in, really, because they're so experienced with horses. But this young horse from Europe, I think had been there 6 months, something like that, had arrived, a beautiful horse, but very, very, very aggressive around the stable. You put it in the stable and, well, you'll see for yourself, and things are not getting any better. And not only the handlers are frightened, but other people who come are noticing. So I'm called in there to try. It's a big ask again for me because I'm only there for 3 hours. I'm hundreds of miles from home. I'm there for booked in for 2.5 to 3 hours, and I've got to try and help in some way because it is everyone realises it's an accident waiting to happen. It's important to try and see whether I can get anywhere.
So I'll walk up to her just normally, right? And, right, so she pinned her ears there just a little bit flatter, and I flapped my flag. So guys, I'm going to make no excuses here for being in the moment and being black and white about this, but there, you can see there I've slowed it down. Her ears come back there. My timing was pretty much bang on there, and I just waved my stick in the instant. She pinned her ears, and the pinning of the ears is telling you what's going on in her mind there. So she'd walk straight up. If there wasn't the doors there, she'd have walked into my space, and that's what I'm doing there. Immediate, and there's a lot of different ways of doing this, but in the moment that I'm there and the time I've got, this is the way that will make a difference. Now, this was about a minute later. She walked straight back to me just to check out whether that was definite that she needed to move back, and that's what I was glad that happened. She moved back to me, pinned her ears, aggressive thoughts, and then I moved her off again. Right? There has to be, for that thought, has got to cause something to her. It's got to cause her not to want to have that thought and pin her ears. All right? But it has to be timed. The quicker it is, like a mother and foal, when that foal does something that horse doesn't like, when the foal does something and the mum don't like it, how quick is it? Yeah. It's so instant. I mean, we've got 2 foals at the moment. We watch it all the time. Oh. Here's a great little clip of the foal starting to kick its mother, and right there and then no ifs or buts, black and white, no shades of grey. She gives him a bit of a clout, and he realised in the moment that that's not the right thing to do. And even the slightest mention there, and she moved off, and then she come back, and everything was fine. Now, I'd like to take this opportunity to mention a kind of a saying that's starting to go around. It's kind of feelings-based horsemanship that I've got this saying going around called a horse being in a state of learned helplessness. You know, a lot of us horsemen, we get to the point, we change a behaviour pattern, and the way we do the pressure and release to make a change, and a lot of these people are saying, oh, well, the horse is just in a state of learned helplessness. Well, all I can say to that is, guys, if you hear that, thank the Lord for learned helplessness, if that's what it is, because that's exactly what's just happened with this foal. It was reprimanded right there and then, within a couple of seconds. And if that's learned helplessness, then thank you for it, because that foal is, in my opinion, it's just been showed what's right or wrong, because horses don't know what's right or wrong. They have no idea, in our world especially. They just do what they choose, the easiest option. Well, the easiest option with this foal was to not kick its mom, and everything's good again, look. So, okay, I just wanted to make a point of that. It's instant. Right then, so we'll let her think about that. But you have to be in the moment, okay? And it wasn't an aggressive thing towards her, because she would not cope with that. I don't think she would cope with that. But any thought of that, pinned ears or aggressiveness, just one shake of that. But just if you got low ceilings, other horses can knock the top. But you okay?
Yeah. I just want you both.
Is this?
He's not the bravest.
Do you want to move them?
Yeah, I'll move.
Yeah.
I'll just move him over
Okay.
there.
The more you can yield her, the more horse is less aggressive. Okay, so I'm gonna. So she's gone. All right. Yeah. Is this making any sense, Charlotte? What I'm doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mo is a wimp.
Mo.
Then I don't think you have a stable for him.
Susan.
You look brave. Now, you notice any difference with this horse at the moment?
Come up. Nice.
Charlotte?
Nice attitude.
Any difference?
We've got happy ears.
We've
got
what are those?
ears.
Is there any difference here already?
Yeah.
Now, I'm hoping she pins her ears now, because the more I've looked at her feet and I've just backed her off there, the more I've allowed her to come and say, okay. Now I've said, well, that's enough now. Yield back for me. Any pinned ears, and all I did was flap that. It cannot be this easy, can it?
Guys, how can that happen that quickly? Although these videos are edited, because they're about 3 hours of footage, and they have to be around about an hour. That's what James says now, that YouTube don't like too longer videos. So we edit them, but all of that was not edited, guys. You've seen the chat at the beginning, and you've seen me twice get to the point, like the mare in the foal there. And that horse has never been that gentle by its stable. It's been trying to get over it. I mean, we haven't seen how bad this horse can be. They were telling me, it's been launching over the stable door, over the little wall there, really, and kicking out, real threatening with his teeth and everything. And that's why the girls, they're experienced and they're frightened to death of this horse. And look what's just happened there. It's quite amazing, really. I just looked at that now. Thought, wow, So yeah, it just shows, we've got to be consistent with horses. Got to be consistent, but let's not be a victim. I don't allow myself to be a victim, and I'll just get to the point and be consistent. Be consistent, and I'll carry on with the video. And I was quite so amazed at that, really.
Well, yeah.
It cannot be this easy. It is not acceptable, that thought around a human. And we have to be black and white, and we have to be more than anything consistent. If we're not consistent, they got no chance. All right? And I'm just standing here waiting for her to come and pin her ears and be... Now, you have got history with her. Charlotte, you've got history with her. Jane has got history with her. So don't be shocked that when I leave town, it all starts again, because she knows exactly who you are. Yeah. Exactly. Typical example, yesterday we went to one that was terrible for spraying. And so frightened that she would knock the 12-year-old daughter flying. Like, she didn't care about this. You know, have you got any bad sprayers? It happens, doesn't it? But this was really important. She would virtually crush this 12-year-old. So we took her into school, and I worked on it, and I got her accepting. She was actually loving the spray in the end, right? Tell me if I miss the pinned ears, all right?
That's funny. Look, guys, she pins her ears there. They start going flat. And unlike what she'd usually be like, they come up. They come up. She kind of thought, oh, hang on. How am I supposed to be doing that? I thought that was funny.
So I got it all sorted, both left and right. The right-hand side, as you probably know, is a little bit worse on horses. That was a little bit more difficult. Got it lovely. Called the owner over first, the mum. Like starting over again. Now, bear in mind, I'm spraying. I said, right, come in here now. Come in here. They've been trying for a year to do it. So they've had a lot of bad experiences with it. And I said, right. And I passed to the spray. It all went to pieces again. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you are going to have a little bit, and you've got to kind of watch what I'm doing. But not, I didn't even look like that. Yeah. It was just, that's what you're going to cause.
So here, guys, I'm just stroking. I've done it slow motion, see the timing. I'm just stroking. And she gave me a look there and started to pin her ears. I could sit there. They're flatting back now. They're flatting back. I haven't moved, but look what happens, guys. I was so pleased. The more this can happen, look at the white of her eyes, thinking, oh dear, that wasn't the right thing to do, was it? I was so pleased because it can reinforce this.
Within a second. Yeah, fine.
The majority of our handling, we normally do have her out of the stable.
Yeah, but it's not worth me. I could take her out there and make her look lovely.
Yeah. We're all scared of her in that. Yeah.
Don't blame you. But if you noticed, before I come in here, I did a couple of things here. Yeah. Made sure she could yield to me, which she can. There will be a fear from her at the moment that will dissipate within a week if she was mine. At the moment, she's dealing with, she's not sure. So after a while, that fear would go, and it would be more of a relationship then. But although it's a partnership, you loved these horses. You have a bit of a partnership with them. You work with them a little bit. Unfortunately, we have to run it. Some people say it's 50-50. It's not. Yeah. It's anarchy if we don't run the partnership.
Now again, guys, look at the difference that this horse is now feeling within itself with me there. I mean, these little things are the big things. I mean, you can just see the way she's kind of looking at me, considering me, approaching me, touching me. It's just, it's great.
So I'm going to try and be gentle with her. She decides at what level. If she's gentle with me, oh, God, I'm gentle. Yeah. Love, language, and leadership. The love, I'm pretty good at that. We all are, aren't we? Good at the love side. Language is what she does with the feet. Leadership.
And again, you can see the changes come in. I'm feeling all them changes. You can see the way she's feeling about things there. And this is in a stable, guys, where the guys won't go in. They'll put their head collar on somehow on the outside the wall and then get her out.
There's quietness here.
I think it would be different if we went in.
If you, I think you're right, but that's because there's history. So you have got to.
Yeah.
You've got. It's not. She ain't gonna change. She ain't gonna change.
Yeah.
We got to change. Honestly, you wouldn't be as brave with this, you know. So did you see that again? I want this to happen.
I keep interrupting here, guys, because it's important for you to see how quick that was. Look, again, it's kind of a learned behaviour with her there. She pins her ears back, swishes her tail, which wasn't a good sign. And then again, I was in the moment, said, no, that's not what you do. It's not what you do.
I want her to pin her ears. I want this attitude so I can reinforce for you.
Yeah.
No good me doing that a couple of times and the time I'm here, there's nothing happening. So the more I can wave my flag. Now, the other thing you can do is use a boinging stick. These don't hurt, they boing. You can tap them back in the chest here. So I'm going to go into her, rub on her, and keep doing that approach now. Because I'm having at the moment, I'm not having any pinned ears, am I?
No.
Would you agree? Right, I need a halter now. So give her a rub here.
You wouldn't put a bridle on the stable.
How do you do that then?
We
That's
always
smart.
put the head collar when our head's over the door so that we've already got the bridle.
Right. What I'm going to do now, I've been quite firm with her. Now I'm going to relax her, so I'm going to lower her. Have anyone ever lowered her head? Really important that she can feel peace in the stable, peace and quiet, and a nice feeling with someone in here, because she's very territorial about her stable. And I would think with feed as well. So I'm going to try and get her to lower this head down. So what I'm doing there, I'm just releasing as she drops this neck. All right? But immediately releasing. All right? And I'll keep doing this till I can lower her head nice. And you very rarely see an aggressive horse with the heads down, see? When she bobs it up, I just start again and release it as she, little bit of pressure, and then release it when she drops down. So when you come in here, how do you put the halter on? Do you do it at the door?
Yeah.
They just have a
Yeah, at the door. Right. They know us 20, 30 to 1 before we even lay one finger on them. So she'll be knowing why you're doing that. She'll know you're tentative putting this on in here. So you got to come in with confidence. Put the halter on.
Yeah.
We'll get to that in a bit, and we're going to do a bit of groundwork with that. Right.
She come from the Netherlands.
Yeah. So got quite a value really. Yeah.
Yeah,
She's out of a jumping stock. Now, what I'm doing now is not wasting time. This is so important for her to feel relaxed with the person in here. Yeah. Honestly, it's so. If she was mine, I'm lucky because my house is right next to the stables. Really, if she was mine, I'd be in a stable, having a relationship with her in here, and dropping her head quite a bit. I'd be dropping this head so she feels real relaxed in here with the person. Because at first, her head was very, very up. You know, if you saw those horses, they were kind of... so you've got to get her used. If I did this enough with her, I'd walk in here, she'd drop her head.
Yeah.
So, see, no need for that, is there? No need. No need. That's what I was looking for, because I've left an A. See where her head is? Yeah. Oh, that's it. That's it. See? Eh? That's it, see? That's it, see? And we could put your bridle on down here and everything, couldn't we? Eh? People will think, God, look at Ed's horse. Look how beautiful and gentle she is. All right, does that make sense what I've just said there, Charlotte? Does that make sense? Yeah. Come in here and lower her head, be gentle with her. Wouldn't pat her too hard. These thin, I've noticed these, they're quite thin-skinned.
They can feel a fly now.
Yeah, just don't slap on her too much, just rub her. That's what I would do. Just change a few things, you know.
Now, you heard me say there about the pet, you know, the stroking and not patting them hard. You know, people often ask me, oh, why don't you pat them? Guys, where it probably is nearly, well, it's between 25 and 30 years ago when I started really going to the clinics and that in America. And I realised it was a grey horseman, I remember it well, Ray Hunt, the late Ray Hunt. He was a fabulous horseman, what he could get done with horses. And I remember him saying to us, most of us don't even know how to pet one right. And I tell people what works for me. And, you know, the biggest changes for me was respect to space, gaining respect to space, not excessive hand feeding or not hand feeding at all. And changing the way I petted them. I won't slap on them. I will cup with my hand so you can hardly hear it. I do that when I'm breaking them, but it's made a huge difference to me, and some people laugh at it. And I know there's some trainers who kind of take the mickey out of, a horse can feel a fly land, and that was actually termed with Ray Hunt. He used to say a horse can feel a fly land on it, so be as gentle as you can be with them, and don't get slapping on them. And I know there's some professional horsemen in this country have done some videos lately, and they've sort of took the mickey out of that. But I remember said one saying to me that the best horseman in the world they'd ever seen was Ray Hunt, who coined that phrase. Just rub the hairs off them, is what Ray Hunt used to say. Rub the hairs off them, and they can feel a fly land on them, and don't slap on them. So all I'm doing is telling you what works for me. Whether you guys take that on board or not, I've said my little bit on the videos, and yeah, let's crack on.
Okay, so now I'm going to go around the other side. I have no idea. Do you have any idea what she's like on the other side compared with this side?
No.
Not thought about it?
Well, for when she's like out here when we're brushing, she's worse on the side that you're on.
Oh, is she?
Yeah. I think
Okay. Does she stand still for brushing?
She's very angry.
With brushing?
She
You have to tell me these
around
things,
her,
'cause-
like flank area, belly. She
It depends
hates.
where.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's both sides. She hates the flank areas. Which
Okay, well, we'll look at that, because again, there's no reason why she shouldn't allow a human to... It's not a lot to ask, is it?
the back end, you've got to be careful brushing it.
This is better than I thought it would be this side, so that's good. So I'm happy with that. Right. I'm going to ask her to disengage her hind end. Walk towards me. Back her up. Just a step. A step, thank you. Forward. Stop. Shoulders this way. Yeah. Back up a bit. Thank you. Lower your head a little bit. Right, I'm going to take this off now. In fact, no, I'll leave it on, and I'm going to come and approach her a couple of times. We'll give her 2 minutes now to think about what's just happened, and we'll see if it's improved at all, the approach. Food? How is she with food? If you took it in here.
Worse, 10 times
Right,
worse.
can you get me a little tiny bit of something? So how many times have I used this? Has it been that many? I thought 4.
I'm not big counting.
4 times. What we'll do another 10 minutes here, then we'll go up and do some groundwork. It's important she knows about space and and things with a human. And very rarely, if we can control our feet in a certain way, very rarely will they be aggressive with a person then, because it's all about horses moving horses. Go in there now, approach. Right, so where'd you tie her up? Would you
Everything in the corner.
would you like to do it in the stable?
What for?
Anything, brushing and grooming and.
I mean, it'd be handier to do it in there, but we're all scared,
Yeah.
so.
It'd be better.
In the long run, in the stable, because obviously.
Okay, so
Like, we
have
don't
you?
even go in there to pick up a bucket.
Are you joking me?
We don't go in there for anything.
And I've turned my back, and I've turned my back to her. And I've turned my back to her. Right. How many horses you got for trekking?
It's about 20-ish.
Have you? Can you get me a tie, Tan? I'm going to get a safe cornered. So I'll put it there. Right. So I can adjust this for how this comes out. So she got a head under it, or a farrier was doing something and she went up a little bit, it would come out. So you can adjust it. Now, if I turn it round like that, that will be a little easier. See? Right, so you just turn it around. But if you want it a bit stronger, right? If you want it a bit stronger, all you do is loop it just over like that. That's that. She wouldn't hurt herself now with that. It would come out. You with me? But the problem is, I used to tie on string and everything, but I haven't done that for 25 years now. I always use ties because when they break, they become pull back. That's the problem, you see. Fight or flight. They fight and then they've got their flight. Okay, so I'm deliberately doing this in the stable. So, girl, pull that in a bit here. Girl, isn't you? Eh? Look at everyone looking at you, thinking, right, a brush.
She's really angry around the flank areas when she's brushed.
So I wouldn't. So I've got to. Right. So what I'll do. She has to have. When again, pinned ears there. I missed that.
Yeah.
I'll take it off there. Right. When she pins her ears, let me know because I'll disengage her quite a few times. Tell me when she pins. She didn't pin. Okay, right. Tell me.
She's threatening, but
Yeah,
not
a
there.
little twitch.
Yeah, a little twitch back, but.
Yeah, she's got to be. There's no place for. That's her flank. How's that? Not too bad. Better than you thought. I'm right under there now. Tell me.
Oh, she's like, oh, come on, I don't really want to do
Is that better, Charlotte?
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, a little jerk down on. You're not whipping her. You're not hurting her. There's got to be something.
Yeah.
So 3 or 4.
Back up. He forgot. That's okay. I'll drop my shoulder.
So what you saw there, guys, is the famous Monty Roberts just jerking a horse back a little bit. There was a little bit in his space and I think a little bit aggressive. But any of the horsemen that I learned real early on that, bumping down on a horse is a real quick way of getting through to them, black and white, no shades of grey, getting a little bit of respect to space there. There are other ways of doing this if you've got the luxury of time. That's something that me and my life, when I go around with Tanya, we're always limited for time. So I do bump down quite hard to get the respect of space to try and make a change for people. So with the luxury time, you can slow up a little bit, but you know, all of the different horsemen early on, the real famous ones like the Ray Hunts, the Buck Brannaman's, they all, it's the same thing. The horse is coming into your space and then they bump down on them, and it really gets through to a horse. But I wouldn't suggest everyone does that. There's other ways of doing it, but that's what we do that makes a big difference in the moment. Any ears? Okay. You're going to be able to do this. Seeing me do it, it's got to give you the confidence.
Yeah, it makes you do. It does make you think that she's not actually all that mean.
She's not. Very few. Look, there are some, and I say to a lot of people, when I came in here and there's kids and things going on, I have to professionally warn you. Because if something happened, they say, well, yeah, that's Steve Youngin, and blah, blah, blah. I meant what I said. I would just drop a thing in there, put a couple there, and then put a panel there, one piece of wood, and a few things there. She can't go out there. No, look, one piece, it'd take me an hour. One piece there, a couple of pieces there, she can still look out. Now here, what I'd have, you know those things that fit like this for rails, right? And I'd have one there, they're like pence. So you slot in there, you slot in there. She can't get in it. You know then, no one. You've covered it. And then when you come and catch her, if she's within this vicinity, you back her up. You got your flag or you tap your stick till she backs away. All of that yielding from you. There was no yielding when I came. It was all come here. Keep out of my space. That was her saying that to you. You've got to be the ones that make her yield. All right, so anything else? Flanks?
What about the other side?
Tanya?
Yeah, other side.
Right, okay, yeah, okay. Well, tell me if I get a pinned ears, because what I want to do is show you another method of, yes, there's the 4 or 5 jerks and a really strong yeah? Not a grr, an That, I find that is the best verbal cue for letting them know something was not quite right in the moment.
We do that with the foals because they come up there mild.
We've got them real gentle, our foals, but they're getting a little bit, you've got to watch it, that they don't get too humanised. Haven't you?
I had a really naughty foal.
Did you?
Well,
Had still.
I have still got it, but he's not so naughty. So he's
No.
castrated. But
He's a miniature shepherd.
he was so naughty.
He used to
Right.
like jump.
Okay,
behind you.
so
Yeah,
But I think because it was so small.
yeah. You can just
tell me if he pins his ears. 'Cause I'm going to show you something else. There's one, which is yeah, she, and then jerk down. So that thought, oh, I didn't like that, and that a few times can dissuade him. The other one is disengage them lots, okay? So maybe 8 or 9 disengagement, and then go again. They decide. And the thing is with a correction like a disengagement, it works on her bend, it works on her hind end, it works on lots of stuff. So, tell me when. So I'm going to disengage her here. Yeah. So. Right. So. Right. Now I'll go again. She licked and chewed. Tell me if she pins them ears, because she'll have the same thing. I'll just work on her bend. I'll work on stuff. She would rather not, but I don't care if she does. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm going to come down her flank now. Tell me. I don't care if she does. I'm right under her flank there, Charlotte. Right? Right under there. Any problem? No. You can do this. So you haven't been able to do her flank without her being real.
Yeah.
I'm showing you can.
Yeah.
And there's ways of doing it. Not using pain. A sudden shock of and then with no anger, or disengage and make her move.
Yeah.
So she causes, when she does that pin, swishes her tail and says, get away from her flank. Say, oh, all right, then would you rather have this? And then disengage her a bunch of times. And then let it go again. And if she does it again, do it again. Till she says, What we're doing is making our idea her idea. Making our idea her idea. Right, surface something else. So I will say now that I've gone in and I've put the lead rope on, right? And I'll have my little flag. I'll have my little flag with me in my pocket. You give me that now. Now I'm gonna ask her to. I'm not gonna give it her yet. Right. Okay. I've got this. Yeah. Now I waited a couple of minutes. Now she can have it. Till she'd settled and said okay. You know. So you put your feed ready. You've got the halter on. You bring your feed and you just get her to back away. Right. So touch her. Changing an idea in a stable. Who is alpha?
Yeah.
This is the big thing. A horse won't threaten someone in charge. It doesn't have, they'll walk away or they'll give a space. I'm directing more at you, Charlotte, because you handle her. You handle her. Right then. So I'm gentle when I can be, and I'm firm up when I need to. Right. Now I'll let her have it. You have to be good with your timing. She pins her ears, you jerk down, all right? Or you wave that flag. Simple. He's going to try this before I go. But Charlotte, you've got a history with her. That's what I'm saying. I've got a...
Worst owner ever, isn't it?
Right. Directing her feet. That's quite good actually. Right, now I've got a tail here, right, to back her off with. Really important again in the early stages. We'll go up the school, shall we?
Yeah.
You ready? Very important here, guys, to mention vet checks. A lot of behaviour can be due to pain. We all know that with ulcers and bad joints and, niggling problems that do cause pain. And then the horse can be change around people because of what people represent, making them do certain things. But yes, this horse had it not only had a proper 5-star vetting before it came over from Europe. They've had the vetting since, obviously with the behaviour, checking things. She's had everything checked. So, just make sure that you do get things checked to be able to move forward like I am, to try and change behaviour. Because trying to change behaviour when there's pain involved, that's a whole nother book to open. But so everything's been checked, everything's fine. Up here. Right, think of the good points now. This is quite scary for a 4-year-old, all this.
Yeah.
And look at how she's coping with that.
Yeah. She's very brave for a 4-year-old.
Really brave. Yeah. That's... Has she? Is this all yours then? Is this all yours?
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah. There's money. Let me touch you for luck. You've got it. So you manage it and help manage it and stuff.
Yeah.
His dad owns
My dad owns it.
Wow.
And I do everything.
And I
outside
just come
and
for the ride.
Put me down. This amazing place. Up here now or?
Yeah.
Oh.
And when that happened, Mum decided she was going to run the stable.
Got bored. So.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
That's where you need it. Right then, okay. So she's going to be a little bit worried about this flag now, okay? Because of what I've made her, I've censored what, I can't really change much like that. Right, so I've sensitized her to this. So now I'm going to desensitize her a tiny bit to it. Right, so I have kept this flapping, right, because I'm not directing it at her now. I'm looking elsewhere. So I want to, you kind of, for the flag to help in an aggressive situation like that, it sensitizes them. Now I've got to desensitize a little bit. That makes sense? But she's got to know when I change my intention from not her, look, my arm's down, look. So it's not her, is it? It's not her. But in a second, I'm going to ask her to move away from it. Okay, go. Now I've gone. Okay? So I want this to start to have a meaning, to do something to do with her feet. Okay? So stop, back away, thank you. Got a lovely back up. Lovely back up. My arm's down, it means nothing. Right? Now my intention is go. And I'm gone. And I can flap away with this. By day 3, I could flap this. If I'm not involving her, I could really get useful with this, which will help her in life with stuff. You know? Now, back up. Lovely. Wow. What a horse. But you notice how I'm not making it personal with her? It's what those feet do. All right? Tell her how good she is. Tell her how good she is. I'm working a lot on the yielding because that's how she will respect you more if you can yield her. So I'm looking at her feet. Now I found tutting for back's the best thing. I've tried everything, whistling, shushing, all sorts. Tutting is still a movement because we cluck for forward, don't we? So if you tut, it's a different sound and they get really good at backing up to the tut. All right, so I'm looking at it. Now I'll quit. I'm looking. Now I'll quit. So she's yielding lovely. She hates the flies. Right, so now I'm asking her to do a full circle. Now I'm going to disengage her. Get her to face. Back up. Beautiful. Go forward. Go forward, go forward. That won't do anything for you. Look at that movement. Beautiful. Now my gaze has gone. My gaze has gone now. Now I want it to go. Now my gaze has gone. It's a little bit different to normal lunging. It's getting control of her feet with a meaning, you know. So now go forward with your feet. Now disengage and face. Back up. Bit more. Blooming lovely. Have we got the trailer with us, Tan? Right. So disengage her. Go forward. Now watch my foot. Did you see my foot go back? When you lead her, and eventually you don't have to do this. This is just to try and, in the next few months, get her being sweet in there. Right? So when you're leading her around, she's behind you. Step your foot back, back her up. Every time you yield her. Right? So you lead her like I was there. Step your foot back, yield her. And then tell her how good she is. Be real gentle if you can be with her. You know? Does it make sense, Charlotte? Eventually you can do all your lovely long grain, what you do, or anything. But for now, I would quit some of that, change a little bit of what you're doing. A pin deer or any aggression is not acceptable, but it has to be in the moment. in that split second, like the foal and the mum and the foal. Right, so now it means something. Yeah. Now, us.
Oh, you got them?
Yeah, and they're relatively cheap. I think, Tana, how much are these? 20 quid. Yeah, you want to get 2 really, if you can afford it, because guaranteed you will break them. Look, because they're so handy, you put them in your pocket. They're brilliant for flies. They're brilliant for forward motion. If she bulks, you get used to it. You can just get them to go forward, because that's what I'm working on at the moment, is forward. At the stable door, put them in your pocket. That comes out quick if she, any aggression. But don't do this. Don't make it.
Don't make yourself aggressive.
Yes. Or don't eyeball her. Don't make it personal.
Yeah.
No, what we were saying earlier about what did we say? Emotion. The best horse trainers in the world, and I'm trying to be not emotional about things, and I'm finding I'm blocking emotion out, and it's helping me so well. And when they kick up a fuss, and I'll just think, doesn't matter. You'll find it. You'll find it. If we get angry and show emotion, they don't deal with it. It goes completely.
And do you recommend that we do as much as we can in the stable with her instead of taking her out?
I would say you should do some of this, what I'm doing.
Yeah.
It's not worth me asking you to do any of this, because we'll leave it on a good note, and,
Yeah.
and then you can watch the video and do it a little bit. If you do it, what I've found is if I get you to do it in a bit, it doesn't do as well as finishing on a good note, because the last thing they do is the first thing they learn.
Yeah.
Now, you're all experienced, really. You know, I'll do some good groundwork in here, and then we'll take them down to the stables, do all what I just done, and I've got to then get you two to do it.
Well,
You've got to put your brave pants on.
I got to go to the moors. I've got to take some children to the moors.
You're not going anywhere. This is important. What time you got to go?
Choice.
What time you got to go?
I got football this
Half
afternoon.
10.
Time is it now?
10. Yeah.
It's not leaving till what time you got to go?
I got,
Charlotte, we could go down there and do it now.
yeah.
You looking after Charlotte? Charlotte now. Right, let's go back. I need you to go in and catch.
Yeah, 'cause you got to go.
If you're not, Charlotte, if you're frightened to death of it and
No,
a
I'm
wimp,
not, I'm
then
not.
you don't have to.
I've had a lot of accidents.
Not with her.
No, not with her, but in general now I'm more scared than I used to be.
Do you know what? And in a way, that saves us, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's a human thing. So you see what I'm doing, Charlotte? I'm leading, but look how far back.
Yeah.
Now, if I stop, can you see what I've...
Yeah.
She's respecting me so much at the moment. It's unbelievable. She's respecting my space. She's stopping when I stop. She's looking at me as a bit of a leader here.
What a cracking horse, guys. I've really got a good feeling. Once I sorted out with the flag a little bit, because obviously she was very concerned about the flag, because like I just said, she was sensitized to it. And that's what I needed to do, is to sensitize her to that, to take notice of it and move back from it, to try and change her idea of things. But I've cut it short, that training session, guys. I've cut it short because I felt it was more important, because of the handler Charlotte, the main handler. She'd got to go somewhere, and I said, right, let's go back down to the stable, because I need Charlotte to be able to go in and catch and do things that she's quite concerned about. So she didn't get a reprieve because she thought she was off, but we cut it short and we're on the way there now.
You happy with where here then? Yeah. Okay. We're in here. Right, where's my tie? Where's my tie? Brush your mic with you. So just come and brush her, and I'll do what I need to do. Go on, confidence now. Confidence. Just look at that, guys. Look at the look. I'm sure Charlotte's thinking, looking at all her friends and saying, what have I just been asked to do? What? Oh no. Oh. No, really be confident, just straight in there. Right. Nice and gentle with her. Yeah.
Okay, towards the back.
Yeah. Right.
But stop brushing when you do that.
Again, guys, I was happy that happened. I did expect it to happen more than it did. But as the ears flat back there, when Charlotte's going down the flank area,
a little tap, or quite a tap down on the lead rope, and yeah, that. But it's got to be timed well. And Charlotte there, fair play. She kept brushing. I said, don't stop brushing. Keep brushing. So I didn't want her to think she'll stop brushing when she does that. No, keep brushing.
Keep brushing.
Yeah. I'll just jerk down on her if she...
Oh, this is the easiest brush I've done on your face.
Is it really, Charlotte? Right, come away from her now. Right. I had to do one jump down, didn't I?
Yeah.
Just a little tap. I can't use a flag because she might jump and hurt you. Okay? So you've got to be careful when you use that flag because of her sudden movement. But a little tap down on this, right? Again, Charlotte. And if I have to tap down, that's great.
Brush the places where she's funny with though.
Yeah, well, I'll be ready with this. So I'll just jerk her down.
Where she's normally funny, yeah.
Okay.
That's where you're gonna see the difference.
See, these are the bits that she's normally really
Right, do me a favour. Get yourself down that back end. Don't be worried. Go in there, confident.
Yes, don't have any confidence.
I need you to have confidence. Now come away. Good. 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 That second bit then you got in there then.
Yeah.
Right? Again, start here and then work your way back. Confidence. I want her to do something. I'm putting up with, this is a conditioned response with them halfway back like that. We're not gonna, don't look at her, yeah, and confidence. Get down that back end. Go on, go right round the back of her. Charlotte.
Walk round.
Yes, go right round. Go on, confidence. Good girl.
Her life just flashed before her
Good girl. And then come this way. Come right to her neck now. Come right through to the neck. Now give her a rub with your hands and mean it. Mean a nice rub. There. Now come round here, underneath. Right. Now, how did that feel to you?
Scary.
It wasn't scary.
She didn't do anything, so yeah.
That was great. I actually thought I was going to have to correct more than that.
Yeah.
Now, you're the handler. Do you think it's a good idea for you to do this, or should we keep it with Charlotte?
He never touches her.
So really, we're better off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying to...
I'm thinking, could Holly go in? Because Holly does...
Holly does the riding.
Whoever you think.
Yeah,
Holly.
Holly,
Jane,
yeah, and
Jane,
then
whatever you think.
probably.
Is there...
I'm thinking as well, can I just say?
Yes.
Like,
Oh, you can come and do it, Tan. You have a... Can we film?
oh, you know I wouldn't. Anyway, no, I'll do it. What I'm saying is, maybe if Charlotte or whatever, it's, you know, a little bit, she's on her own, can somebody just put the halter on and hold her like you?
This is what I'm saying. This is what I was going to suggest to you. Tanya always knows
Emma
it.
do her on her own anyway.
Yeah. So if somebody was here...
Ed could do that, I'm
You,
sure Ed.
well, Ed won't be here doing it. Will you, Ed? You're doing your life.
Holly without your cat.
It's got to be a jerk down with no...
Holly, uh-oh.
Holly, come on. Where have you been? Right, brush. Now what I'm going to do, if she bends her ears and gets aggressive, I can't use the flag because when someone's doing something with her, because she could move real quick and hurt someone. But what I can do is 2 or 3 jerk down on this until her ears come up, all right?
Okay.
So if you want to just demonstrate first, so you can feel confident. See her ears come up then. There, guys, look, started going back. I looked at her and up they go. I wish I could have more days with these horses, guys, but, you know, they change so much more. You're not telling me you're not more confident now, because you are. You're in a different world now with her. All right?
Especially
Just
these
walk
bits
straight round her. Walk straight round. Go on. Go on. Good. You know, what an improvement, I say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Definitely.
Now, feet. Do you do a feet? Do you pick a feet up?
I've hoof all there a couple of times. I don't
Say-
think
say
I've
that again.
Hoof all there.
Yeah,
a couple of
pick a
times
feet up.
before.
Pick a feet up. Okay, then can you, when you put it down, can you rub a neck? Don't pat a neck, rub a neck. Rub a neck. There you go. Just rub it. Just there. Right. I want you to be so confident, it's unbelievable. Go down and pick a back foot up. Confidence, you've got to be confident. Go on, straight down there, like it's nothing. Yes. Good. Just hold it. Yeah, lovely. Put it down. Give her a rub on her flank there. Give her a rub there. Good. Don't look at her. Don't check her eyes out. Come back round here. Let's have them feet.
Yeah, that whole time we're with her, we're constantly looking at her ears.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you look at her, don't look at her in her eye. Just look at it. You can. Good. Put it down. Look. Yeah. Right, and straight down there with so much confidence, it's unbelievable. Right. And then put it down when it's soft. Now come up here and give her a rub on her neck. Now this is in her stables. Come on, guys. This is doable, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is doable. And always be telling her how good she is. If she pins her ears and that hasn't worked 3 times, in other words, she's done it 3 times, then I would disengage her loads till she's fed up of disengaging. Okay? So she has to decide whether she does that, because the ears are what's telling you that's going on in there. You got no else of telling us. Ears, biting, or tail swishing, kicking. This is the first thing, then back. All right? That was really good. Okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to take this off. You come out now.
And me.
Yeah, you come out. Now I'm going to take this off. We're going to leave her 5 minutes. I'm going to leave her 5 minutes. And then just let her work all that out. And so we had a little break here, guys. I thought I'd put this in because I know Charlotte and Jasmine would love it. A part of the business is doing parties, unicorn parties. And this is a lovely little pony here that they dress up and take out. And it's really gentle with the kids and that. And look at that. I think that's great. You'll enjoy all the fuss and that.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Cinderella.
Oh, Cinderella.
Yeah.
You're going to the ball this afternoon as a unicorn.
And we've got like a unicorn horn
Does-
to put on
Oh,
her.
really?
Do you think she knows when she's going? Because
So she must realise that she only gets dressed up
when she's going, that's what I'm saying. Do you think you'll end up doing that bit of timber?
I mean, we could.
I would. If you're going to have her in there, I would do that.
Yeah.
It would make me feel a lot better.
Yeah.
Because then you can relax.
Yeah.
Right. So you're going to have a flag, okay? You can put it in your jumpers and some people put it in the boot, whatever, right? When you're going to catch her, you're not just going to go up with the lead rope and go in. You have to, first of all, yield her back. Yeah? You've got to tell her to get, so you can go in and she's not around you.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So she'll hear this, all right? She'll hear this. So I'm going to put this ready. I'll take that tie off there. All right. So I've alleviated a problem already because I'm coming here. I've got the flag. She's not here, is she? And when I came, she was here.
Yeah.
Pinned ears, thinking I'm going to bite your head off. Right. So. Do what?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, good idea. When any children, when anyone's or a handler comes to here, she has to not be within a couple of meters of this, so she gets used to letting us go in without coming on us. That's number one. Number one. Okay. So I've got that. So that's okay. Now I would come in. You've got to have extreme confidence. Extreme confidence. Right. And then go to her. Little rub, real confident, and then halter on, okay? There wasn't really any pin at an ear there, was there? You know, she waited, well, yeah, but I wouldn't have been able to be quick, even though I'm quick, I wouldn't be able to be quick enough for it to, so I'm happy with that. For a horse that was really aggressive, she's not there, is she? She's good. Now, you might want to just move her around in here a little bit. Stop. Tut her back. Tell her how good she is. I didn't show you the lowering of the head, did I? No. There's what I would spend some time doing in here is just a little tiny pull down here, but you've got to release it as soon as this neck drops, right? Now, if she can experience in here some quiet time with any of you, just dropping her head, giving her a rub, dropping her head, giving her a rub, so she can feel relaxed in here with you instead of being keyed up and threatening. So that's excellent. So because she was so good, I'm going to take this off and I'm going to leave her again. All right? Leave her again. So remember, if she pins those ears, flap this or tap the door with that for her to go back. Now I'm seeing a massive change.
Yeah.
She's like so sweet.
We're all shocked.
Did that?
Still petrified, but I'm not so petrified.
Well, if you are petrified, then she will know it. Like I say, I tried to explain to people before anyone gets to a horse, they've weighed us up 20 to 1. So honestly, like that one was the biggest one yesterday, wasn't it? When I did the spraying, and then I said to the owner, and I got this horse, it was petrified of being sprayed. Got it lovely. It was just in the sun going, oh, go on, spraying it all over. Oh, lovely job. I said, now. I said, don't be upset if it's not quite so good. Not quite so good. She came in. He took one look at her. She got all the spray bottle gone. I had to start over. Go in with this, and I want you to put that, just lean it by the hay net, but go in with it, all right? Do you know how to work then?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you
Just
go.
tie it up normally.
Confidence. Confidence, confidence, confidence. Just give her a rub. Confidence.
And I just put this here.
Yeah, just put that there. Confidence. Confidence. Don't scratch her. I'd stop scratching her now. You're doing things different now. You're just rubbing. You just.
Scratch them.
Yeah. Don't.
So don't scratch.
No, just a little rub. You put that on well. Now I want you to bring her. Stop shaking, Charlotte. Right. Bring her to here for me. On a long line to there. Now look at her feet. Yeah, they back her up by tutting and just bump the lead rope a little like this. Look at her feet. Stop, because she went back. Now I want you to go rub her neck. Right, now see if you can lower her head a little bit for me. A little gentle, a little gentle pull and then released. And again. Just a rub for now. Now lower her head again. Do it with quality. Lovely. How's that feel? Don't look in her eyes.
How do I look?
Just don't look in her eyes. Right, and again. Now rub on her gently. That's it. I wanted it to stay low, below the withers. You get it so it stays below the withers while you're in there. Do it again. So it's down below the withers. And a little rub. There. Brilliant. Well done, you. How did that feel?
Like a different pony.
Do you feel a bit more confident?
Yeah. I think we've just got to keep doing it and we need to bring up a bit. I think we're all too wussy. Watching
Well,
how she acts with
no,
me.
it's been intelligence, not to get yourself hurt. So yeah, take it off with quality now. Take that off with quality. Lovely, and then come out and grab your stick. Good. So we're going to give it 5 minutes now. It's no good doing it right away because you're not getting the truth. So you can do it. You can do it. You thought you were getting away with that, didn't you? Right, you can't. Right, if she's when you've put the feed there and she's pinning her ears and you come back, yeah, you're training her to be aggressive because you've given her a feed for doing it. And it's hard for us with our busy lives. You're flat out. I know you're all flat out here, and it can get lost, can't it? Give it a feed. We've got a trekking to go. I understand it, but you're training her exactly to do what she's doing. She's still got a feed.
Yeah.
There's no way she would have feed with any aggression. She backs off for it. She's not aggressive. She's not pinning her ears. She's not skeething. She looks away. Then you put it down and say, right, now you can have it.
So would it work because if we're like brushing in the morning, if we had our flag here ready, back to
You've got to keep your flag. No one goes near her without the flag.
And then if we put it down while she was stood at the back.
Try and remember there's kids about with your flag. That does bother me a bit, you know, because you might flap it in the moment, something happens. So you've got to be a bit careful. I didn't get a chance to tap the door enough with this. These are brilliant for tapping doors because it can do the same thing.
Yeah.
But I would get one. We got these. I would get one of these. Unless you've got a good stick, you've got a good something like this.
Probably, yeah.
You've got
Like that. It's not got the rubber thing in the end.
just something to.
In the horse
that won't sting her really. So go in. Right, confidently pull it out and then put it there. There. Close the door a little bit. Confidence. No quietness about anything. Confidence. Go on then. Give her a rub on the neck. Good girl. And then confidently put that on. Different horse. I've noticed there's no shivering down her neck with anger and her tail isn't hardly going. Well done. Bring her to here. Now look at her feet and back her off. Just shake the rope and touch. Shake the rope. Yeah, stop, because she went back. You can give her a rub on her neck. Good. Now lower her head with quality. Just think about it going down. That's good. And again, because I want that pole below the withers and to stay there. Yeah. And again. And rub. How's that feel, kiddo?
Yeah, much better.
I love the confidence. It's the confidence that's going to do it. One more time. Good girl. You don't know how brave these girls are to do that, because I know how they felt. Because I had a funny feeling when I come here. I could. What's that?
I don't think I would have gone in. I go in, like, when I bring her into the field, I turn her in, but then I turn around and go right to the door, and before I take the head collar off of her.
No, you take the head collar off, and I want you to walk around there and out. Walk around the back of her and out. Confidence, yeah, just take it off. Now walk around there. Go on, confident, walk around. Right round. Go on, right round and out. Well done. I feel happy now.
Well, that was the end of the video, guys. Oh my God, it's sunny now. Tanya's just walked in here with the message, which you'll read in a second, yeah? But guys, that was very concerning to me. Hoping things have got better. We'll know in a minute when Tanya reads the message out. But it was, with kids around, it was an accident waiting to happen, and I saw huge changes while I was there. But it's always a worry when I leave town. Do things go back quickly to how they were? Because, you know, it's us that have to change, not the horses. So if you can, I'll just quickly say, because Tanya's pointing, like, share, comment if you enjoyed the video and you got something out of it. And entertaining, you know, we try to make something's got to be entertaining to get your message across. So we try to make them a little bit entertaining as well, for people to keep watching, enjoy them, and to learn from them as well. But right, the message, okay, these are the important parts for me, is the feedback after. It's been a couple of weeks. We hadn't heard anything, and then, was it yesterday you got a reply? This morning. This morning we had a reply to see how things were going. So, Tanya, fire away.
Right, this is what Jane says. Yes, I had a transformation and it's amazing. We have continued to do everything with her as you showed us. We feed her in the stable now. We go in the field with her, and we even groom her all over. Wow, guys, what a change. And then that's amazing, isn't it? You know, because if that horse would have hurt somebody, it could be the end for it, couldn't it? So it sounds to me like if that's happening already, if they keep up the work, which it sounds like they are, what a cracking horse. She was just a little bit lost, and we kind of got her back, didn't we? So yeah, guys, happy trails. We're off now, and what a lovely day. See you on the next one.